This boy Handing has an album that's gonna be out soon. I actually did the album, so
Yes, sir.
I actually remember a little bit of the patterns that I did on the album.
Remember that.
Yes, sir.
How you know? Shout out to him.
Huh?
He said you did good too. How you know?
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna play some of the patterns of the song. You know, like you were saying earlier. No, when you said about the Fred Hammond song, like you do an audition, you should play the record, but then you give them a little bit of you. You know what I'm saying? But they need to know that you can play the tune, because you may get called to play for a Fred or something like that, and you may not have a rehearsal. That we all been through situations like that. You know what I'm saying? Play for a lot of major artists, and some we didn't do no rehearsals. They just gave us the music. You know what I'm saying? Because of our feel, and we just played the music. And then if they do tell you to open up, you got to open up. You can't say, "Oh, I didn't rehearse that." In rehearsal.
I do. I say that all the time.
But you want to keep working. You know what I'm saying? So, but. So you want to play this? Oh, I'm gonna play the song. It's gonna be pocket. It's gonna be pocket, but you're gonna hear. If you don't hear y'all wanna do it?
Sing it.
Bro. one. That was called Patties.
Yo,
I was. It was still pocket. It still wasn't this. You know what I'm saying? It's a record. It's a record. What pocket? You know what I'm saying? It's a record.
Because both of y'all are good at this. Meter. When there's no click, how do you know? How do you feel that you're speeding up? How do you feel that you're slowing down? How do you stay right in the tempo? Like where did you?
Well, I'm sorry I say you that you take it back. I don't be to be biased in what I say. I don't really have an issue with my tempo. But I hear what you're saying. Some people coming out of field, they speed up.
Or going into it.
Whether it's a click track or not.
Yeah.
Whether it's a click track or not, they speed up. Yeah, right. Going in or coming out in the field, they speed up. I don't know what they rushing to, but
they rushing to go nowhere.
yeah. So I guess what you talking about? What you saying?
Like how did you practice that? How did you get?
Like
to
boom.
the point where
Some Calvin Rogers. I'm sure y'all watched it. He said on one of them clinics he had. He was doing a metronome challenge. I forgot how many BPMs he was doing. He would practice, he said, for like an hour. What if it's a straight beat? You know what I'm saying? He said he'll do that for like at least, you know what I'm saying, 30 minutes to an hour. I could be quoting it wrong. But he practiced that. He doesn't move. That can help. And also, too, you should try to master to the point where, like, say you hear the click in your ear, and something happens to the headphones that comes out, you can't hear it, and they plug it back, and you should still be on it. That's when you kind of like, pretty much kind of master the tempo. But that coming out of, like Devin said, going in the field, going in and speeding up, and all that.
It's just best, like, for example, if you don't know, like, the meter, just don't rush into, like, chopping and all that.
Yeah, but, I mean, again.
If you do chop, though, it's just still...
Yeah, because, like, again, I don't want nobody to think that I'm against the chops and stuff. I'm really not. Because I do them sometimes, too, but I do them at the right time. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple of records coming out, people going to be surprised. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, because people just think, but I'm saying, but it goes with what we saying earlier, like, when you've been doing it for a while, you know what I'm saying? Like I was telling my guys in the pizza shop, like, I'm gonna listen to somebody that's, and there's people before us. You got Jeff Davis, you got Jeff Leslie. Before Jeff was playing, you had a cat named, he's a pastor now, Jason Henderson. He was doing them Heads records. His pocket was tight too. I was looking at Shaking the House in LA. Him, Reggie, and all them. Tight. No meter. No click. Jay didn't move. Still felt good. You know what I'm saying? So I would listen to, you know what I'm saying? Listen to cats. So some cats like, oh no, you can't tell me nothing. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because you're not doing what I'm doing. Okay, but what are you really doing? You know what I'm saying? Y'all come here to get information. And y'all should really, you know, because knowledge is power. So get your information. More than just coming here. Y'all doing all that stuff. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? But can't. I was here like the other Tuesday. Huh? What I just did? No. That just came out. No, but I was here like the other Tuesday. And I was here the other Tuesday with Shajuan and all that. And one person he wouldn't answer James Hall. And it's not to get on nobody. I'm just trying to help. One of them tunes and all that. And I couldn't feel nothing. Everything was loose. But when it got to them, you know what I'm saying? Going crazy. You know what I'm saying? And it's not to put nobody out there. A lot of cats used to be like that. Everybody, y'all love Zaya? Zaya's a monster now. You know what I'm saying? But back in the days, you know what I'm saying? Hi-hat, bro, it wasn't traveling to a truck. No, we got to tighten that up. That joint got to be still me all over the church. They got to be tight as you know.
Virgin.
Tight, dog. Real tight, son. You gotta, cause nah, but I know we joking, but this is real. Like it gotta be very, very, very tight, man. I have a motto. What I do when I record, every song I play on a session, I make sure I'm executing it because I don't know which one is gonna be for on the radio. Whether it goes on the radio or not. I don't go in like, all right, play lazy on this tune, but the other ones I'm getting my all. Because they may not want that. They may want the one that I should have did good on. So execute everything. Because you never know where it's going to be placed. And like June said earlier, you don't know who's watching. Like we're not going to just be here. You may be on the road with somebody next week. You never know. But you got to be ready. You know what I'm saying? But all I just played, that's all I was pocket. That was pocket. That was Paddings, what June said. All that was in there. That was a record. That was the pattern of the song. Bridge, like you saying, "Oh Give Thanks." I mean, he was talking about the child shit. But "Oh Give Thanks," how Mike Newell played it, which is a record. When they go for "He's Worthy," Mike goes to the ride. Beginning, keep right here. I know you don't like it, Chuck, but it's killing it. West Coast now. They patterns. The other part of the song, he's going to the ride. You know what I'm saying? When it's at the top of the song, he back on the high. You know what I'm saying? Well, y'all know the king.
Got the jacket slowly, bro.
think it's 5. Listen to his.
Look at his body language and listen to his feel on that part. You know what I'm saying? Why he, just listen to it. Just feel, you can feel it. You know what I'm saying? So count it off, June, and just you guys just yeah. All right, bro. Stop, jeez. But you can feel it like every time when it came back to that, when it came back around, you felt that one. I actually want y'all to try it with the band, so you guys can. Question?
Hallelujah.
That's a great idea. But I was talking about right now, we need to since we have a band right here, like a simple three piece, just take us. I actually want to play to it too, because I why are you up there counting? But I want whoever want to try, like it's just come on, just get on the kid.
Back then, you know what I'm saying? Just like it's just not only in person, but to kind of experience that feel, like what I was talking about. Like, I mean, people used to rush to see Judah Camp. Like, I mean, concerts used to be full. Like, Judah Camp over there.
Actually, CMG and Judah Camp used to actually be on the same bill.
Oh really?
Yeah, Doc, you gotta mention that. We had a lot of engagements.
You know more than me. Take over.
Bill, Doc. Bless you, Doc.
It's our tribute, Doc.
Juda
Camp.
Judah Camp.
Yeah.
Tribe of Judah.
Tribe of Judah.
Y'all can hear me, right?
Yeah, Doc. You better speak, Bishop.
All right, man. I'm glad to be here. What Shajuan is doing is a good thing. Came here about 2 Tuesdays ago, and it was New Day. Yeah, and I was talking to Junior in the car, and he had said something. Said somebody, I don't know who it was, it don't matter. Said y'all wasn't really learning anything from this TWS, and me, I've been playing over 25 years. I lost count of how many albums I've done, and I've came here on that Tuesday and actually grabbed something from Shajuan. And Shajuan is actually younger than me, right? Some people get funny like that. Oh, he's older than me, he's younger than me, he don't know more than me. I actually learned something from coming here. So I don't know if it was because maybe they like to do a lot of chops and stuff, and that's cool, you know. But that's not really paying bills. You're not gonna be placed on radio. You're probably not gonna get a call to do any type of session. It is certain songs that do require a lot of technical things, but for the most part, you have to learn how to play music. So the chops and all that's cool. I'm not against it. You know, I come out a little bit when I feel like it, but for the most part, you know, I just been doing like a lot of sessions, and like I was telling Julian and Junior in the P Shop, I said it actually been working for me. So obviously, I think I would probably listen to me too. You know, Jeff was here a couple of weeks ago. You know, I know a lot of y'all may not really know who that is. You know, you may have to Google him. That's actually my mentor. You know, I have a lot of certain feels like him. He imparting a lot of stuff for me. I listen to him. You know, some people feel, oh, he's washed up and all that. But he's still around. You know what I'm saying? And he's still relevant. And the truth of the matter is, he don't even have to play no more. His resume is longer than pretty much everybody's lives in his room, been born. You know, he don't play for the Yellow Jackets. I don't know if he mentioned it. Did he mention he played for Yellow Jackets? Yeah. He mentioned that? Okay. Yeah. He did a whole lot of stuff, man. So, I ain't come here to bash y'all, nothing like that. You know, just want to encourage y'all, you know, keep doing what you're doing, but this is good ground. Shajuan's doing something actually good. We never really have this. We don't have this in Brooklyn. I'm from Brooklyn. We don't have this in Brooklyn. You know, I've been self-taught. Nobody sit down with me, hey, let me tell you. No. Just listen, pick stuff up, and I had to learn things, you know, pretty much on my own. I mean, I have some people that been in my life that, you know, helped me, but for the most part, like I said, the chops and stuff is cool. It depends the type of gear you're on. But don't always gotta get your rocks off, and then I need you to play like a tight, like, see how tight that is? Then some kind of, like your hi-hat is like really loose. You know what I'm saying? It's not really tight. You don't want that sound like that on wax. Like you think you want to like that. You really gonna be playing like this, but you playing like this. Because your hi-hat ain't really tight. But when it's time to get, everybody goes for that, man.
Can you guys elaborate on like that was offered opportunities basically to play? You know, you got the gig. It was like you know they like you playing, but they asked you to do something and you still have to like execute it in the way they asked, and you gotta play the same way. You can't have like an attitude like I can't. You know what I'm saying?
All right, I'll give you a perfect example. It's an album that me and June did. It's an album called Show Yourself Mike. It's the title of the album. Bishop Jameson presents the Eastern New York, TMWA, whatever. Albums. It was me, Eddie, Hayway, and Junior. So, June did 5 songs, I did 5 songs, Eddie did 3. I happened to do the title song of the album, which is Show Yourself Mighty. Now, me and David Caton was at the church one day after afternoon service, and David Caton was the one actually showing me certain patterns. He showed me certain patterns of the song, like, oh wait, play it like this, and then after that he just stopped. So I had to figure out the rest of the song. And you think that's something easy, but you gotta remember this is stuff is going on wax. And if anybody that knows that about that song been in, you know, all glory to God. We both on the album. So one thing about me, if we all on the same team, we all get a ring. So it's not about, oh, I played this title or the single or the song, so it's about me. Nah, my man June on that album, Eddie on the album. So it's a great album. But that particular song was in heavy rotation. It was in heavy rotation so much I got sick tired of hearing it. Every morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to bed because I'm getting tired of it. But once I had to figure out the rest of the patterns of the song, I said to myself, what would Jeff Davis do? That's what I said. So I said, you know, that's what we do. So pretty much how I executed that song, every time they modulate, I didn't go crazy. I didn't do crazy feels. I stayed right there. I actually rolled the wave. Certain parts of the song, I did certain things, but I didn't take away from the song. You know what I'm saying? So what Shajuan was saying, in a certain situation, they do want you to do more. You know what I'm saying? Eddie used to say all the time, oh, James Hall, that's what they want. They want that. All right, cool. So me, I'm like, Eddie, don't call me for that gig because I'm not playing that. You know what I'm saying? Because for me, it could still be musical without it being a certain way. Like I said, when it's time for that, it's cool. But you know, I hope y'all didn't think I was playing because I ain't playing. Because y'all get enough playing.
Wow. You got experiences?
Who? Him? Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's the mic doc?
Well, Jules is like a mentor to me, and you know, he really gave me my first opportunity as far as being out there with Judicamp.
Yeah.
And you know, being a drummer, you feel like you know everything as far as playing drums. So to actually hear him be like, nah, you shouldn't play it that way,
Mm-hmm.
or the way you playing your hi-hat is wrong,
Mm-hmm.
or you know what I'm saying, like that's stuff that I kind of took heed to because it bettered my playing, rather than hearing, you know, all the time you can dynamically play it, like, but in the same context, you know what I'm saying? So that was something that I took. It kind of helped me along the lines playing other genres of music as well. You know what I'm saying? So that was big for me.
June played for secular artists, R&B artists. I wouldn't say secular. R&B artists. So outside of gospel, so there's been some situations where he had to use different, I guess, techniques or different, you know, he had to adapt to the situation differently than he would adapt to church, but kind of church foundation wise, because it's just like, you know, everything the MD says you're not gonna like, you know what I'm saying? So just like the real world, everything that the MD says in the music industry, you're not gonna like. You know what I'm saying? You're just gonna be like, well, I gotta play that. But you gotta play it. And you still gotta execute it the same way. So he can actually speak from, you know, that side of music. You kind of like, you know, basically whatever experience you had where you had to, like, the track kind of got cut off and you still had, you know, some stuff you had, some experiences.
Weird experience. My first Fab show, right? You know how everybody got ears, like you got a pack, you got ears, track, everything's in your ears. Yeah, that's what I thought I was walking into. It wasn't that at all. It was monitor. So the cues that was supposed to be in my ears, yeah, there was just no cues. Like there was track. Like, so that was, you had to adapt. You had to, like, I'm different. Like, I'll rather look at the computer so I'll know when it's coming. You know what I'm saying? So, being that I didn't have the clicks in my ear, I tried to adjust to the best of my ability. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'll see the computer, I'll see what the BPM is, and I'll see when the track is coming in, and I'll lead it in. You know what I'm saying? So, that, it worked most of the time. Then it depends on how the track is mixed. Like, all that stuff plays a major part. Like, because if it's too bassy, then the beginning of the song, forget about it. You're not gonna hear nothing but bass. So you're not gonna hear the key elements that you need to hear for you to be on. You know what I'm saying? So, anything else? Anybody got questions? Eugenage.
Thank you, Mr. Williams. Now, can you just like explain to them like the importance of not just in hip hop and R&B, but also in church, patterns on songs?
Yes.
Something
That is, you know, everybody always say like we're the heartbeat, like we the heartbeat of the band, right? Okay, so what y'all think the heartbeat is? Like, If there's already a pattern, right, in a song, there's already a song out. Your obligation is to play the pattern of the song, not play what you feel you think that would feel good in that place. Nah, that's not it. So it could be as simple as do da da do. It could be as simple as that, but you better play that joint like you love it, like, you know what I'm saying? Because you never know who could hear you. You never know who could put you in a position for that gig. So like Joe Thomas, I did a couple shows with Joe Thomas, and like playing over that music, it would be easy to like just go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like feel good music. But I took the initiative to really learn the patterns of each song. So, and I only had one rehearsal. So I learned every pattern and played like it sounded like we was on the radio. Like every cue, every different pattern, when it was time to switch, I was right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's very important, especially if you're trying to work outside of church. Like, church is the only place you get away with playing wrong patterns, honestly. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important for you to know the patterns, know when to switch the patterns, know the song, period. You know what I'm saying? So
I got a question. Okay. So, say for example, you're playing in your church, and you have to do like a drum rendition, right? There's no band, just you on a track, like a gospel track, or for example, like a Fred Hammond track. Do you think that it is necessary for a drummer to play exactly everything that the other drummer is doing on the track itself?
Nope.
Or he can play almost close to it, but still put a little bit of what he feels in between?
be yourself before anything, but at the same time, your ground has to be solidified. So the ground of whatever Fred Hammond record it is, let that be the ground. But the spots, you know, you can take the spots differently. You know, you can be yourself in the spots. You can play the song like yourself, but the feel has to be what the song would be. You know what I'm saying? So,
got something I want to add. So
you need a mic, bro.
So when you were saying like learning the parts and stuff like that, I remember I wrote a post and you and Gene commented, which was very helpful information. But sometimes I might have like a little bit of memory problems. So like say we have like a long set list, like 12 songs. And you have to remember each pattern for each cue, for each song.
That goes
How
with
should
rehearsal. Like,
Okay.
you take the time out, even when you're not with the band. Like, you gotta go through the process of making sure you know. You know what I'm saying? Because it's your job. You don't want to, like, you getting paid for that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I would hope you're getting paid for 12 songs.
Can I ask you a question?
Huh? Yeah, sure.
Listen, playing instruments is all muscle memory. So anything that you play over and over again, you're going to remember. The more you practice it, the more it's going to stick with you. Now, you singing 12 songs, imagine the show where you got to do 40, 45 songs.
20, 30
And
songs.
you gotta remember all that stuff, track or not. And the way I do with like my band, when we do R&B and hip hop shows, I always do a rehearsal with the tracks. Then I cut the tracks off and go through all the songs without the tracks. Because I gotta make sure if that track cut off, that we still sound like the record. Because if the track cut off and the artist look back like what's going on, we still gotta be hitting. Like he gonna be like, oh, y'all know the song, y'all rely on the track. Can't never rely on your tracks.
No hiding behind the track.
Tracks are never a definite. Computers.
I understand that. It's just like I get what y'all saying. Just like dig into it so I can retain it. As far as like just remembering.
Are you saying that because you probably have like a lot going on?
I won't say a lot going on, but there's been songs that I've played that I haven't played in a while, and then we'll just throw it out there in service. I was like, oh wait, I know this pattern. Why don't I remember it right now? You know, it's like I should know it because I played it before.
Well, like I said, muscle memory. I have the same problem. If I haven't played a song in 2 years and you call it out, I'm gonna be like, Dad, I remember it.
Listen, I don't have no problems with going to Gene for a pattern. Like, we play together Sunday morning.
That's right.
And Gene is like pattern heavy. You know what I'm saying? So if I forgot a pattern, I'm like, yo, Gene, what's this pattern? And he'd be like, you know what I'm saying? Like and I'd be like, oh, alright, cool. You know what I'm saying? So, even like we get the music at my church, you know, before. Sometimes days before, sometimes before the service. But if I don't really remember a pattern, I'll go to the song, like on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Just to get a quick memory cap. So.
You know, I really admire you guys a lot. I'm really inspired every time I see y'all. Has it ever been a time, like whether it's a gospel artist or an R&B artist, where 1 minute they'll say play the record straight, then the next minute they'll say, oh, do your thing? Has it ever been like kind of
not at a show? Maybe at rehearsal. You know what I'm saying? Like just to see maybe they want to switch it up. You know what I'm saying? But never at a show. Like once we do the rehearsal for the show, that's what the show is gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Unless there's an encore. You know what I'm saying? And playing for a couple of extra minutes. Then we probably going, you know. Right, unless it's gospel. When it's gospel and you do rehearsal and everything is straight, but then once the gig comes, they're looking at you like,
we're not gonna do that.
No, you got play more.
Because y'all thought you want to be like to play straight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
But another thing to that, it depends on who you're playing for too. Because I did a audition a minute ago where we went into the audition and we played the music because that's what we used to do. And Evan, you know Evan on bass, he playing the song, and the artist is like, alright, cool, but I'm not really feeling the bass player. Like why? He's not doing nothing. Like not doing nothing, he's playing the song. Nah, we want him to go in.
Yeah, he wants to.
So I was like, alright, let him play again.
Right.
I was like, yo, just go in.
He was like, alright.
Alright. He said, alright. You ain't say nothing. And he went in, and we got the gig, but it just shows you that everybody's not looking for the same thing. They sometimes like drummers, bass players, and guitar players get a lot of freedom when it comes to R&B and hip hop, because like mostly for keyboard players, nine times out of 10, there's not much for us to play, depending on the gig. Especially hip hop, especially as a DJ and stuff, there ain't really much for us to do. So y'all got that freedom to really open up, especially bass and guitar. Y'all could do stuff and just make it feel good while we gotta sit there and play 3 chords the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a matter of who you're playing for.
Any other questions?
I just want to say something because I'm not a drummer, but I'm an artist. And as far as it goes, along with your question before, you know, like the drums, like what you were saying, like it's a heartbeat, you know. Drums and the bass, they glue everything together in the band. So that moment that you switch up a pattern and someone hears something different and they're just like, what? You know, that can throw everything off. So.
Anybody else? No?
And don't be afraid to ask questions.
Yes, I'm here. Like, just ask.
I come here every Tuesday, man. Ask questions, don't matter.
I got a question that they need to know. How do you choose, like, what is your thought pattern behind feel and, like, your placement and stuff? Like, what do you really, like, if you're playing a song, let's say you playing All Give Thanks, and you like, yo, I'm going to take this spot, like, how do you go about taking spots in music?
All Give Thanks is definitely not a song that I'm going to take a spot in.
Somebody's coming.
Like, it's going, you know what I'm saying? Like, but everybody's different. But I'm gonna make sure like you feel me. Right. I can't do that. But I'm gonna make sure you feel what I'm playing. Like if it's slow, if it's
Feel free to use the drums.
Yeah, we want.
Because that's what they really want. That's what they
Feel
really
free to
want
demonstrate.
Let's play
Do you want us to question?
We playing that?
Since y'all didn't want to be bold and say,
No. Okay.
great.
No, not you. Come on, you.
Yo,
He got more questions. He got another
couple.
Let's play with
Yo, they got questions. We gonna do that, but they got questions.
Tim, go.
I'm not paying attention. Man.
Kevin.
Yeah.
All right, as us as upcoming drummers, trying to be, what advice can you, what great advice can you give us, as us could be, upcoming, to to be in the same spot you guys are in?
What's the first thing?
Yeah.
Solid. Just be solid. I grew up on Emmet Walker.
Okay.
So Jeff is solid, period. So everything younger, every time I got behind the drum set, I was playing really solid. So it wasn't really about the glitz and glam per se. That didn't really come until after the fact. I knew I can really play a pocket. You know what I'm saying? And the pocket is actually what got me. I was playing this concert, and Judah Camp was the special guest at the concert. I wasn't playing for them. But one of the songs we did was a head song. It was We Made It. Remember that it was yesterday, because I just played that pocket. I played the song, and Judah Camp's drummer came up to me right after. He was like, I shouldn't be playing this gig. You should be playing this gig. And I'm just like, yo, you're Kenyan. You know what I'm saying? So, and then Jules winded up reaching out to me. And that really, Judah Camp didn't even know that I could chop. The first year and a half, I did nothing. I played the music. So it's always about the music. Just make sure your feel is up to par. And make sure you're solid. Solid to keep you working. Flimsiness.
I got 2 questions.
2 questions.
Yeah, one for Gene, but I'm coming to you next. I got one for you. Some drummers, they don't really have access to drums, drums in their houses.
Like me.
Things like that.
I never had access to a drum set in my house.
All right, so this
We don't really practice.
So so my question is, right? What did you do, or what did you start off with, back then, or for us as upcoming drummers, what can we start off with, or can we do to maintain that consistency, to be able to be comfortable, have more control, and stuff like that, especially for gigs.
All right. What he was saying, so you should listen to the records that are playing music. What I was saying earlier, when y'all come here, and when I've been watching on live, there's been a whole lot of chopping, and it's cool. It's fine. If you want to be a shared basement drummer, or just do clinics. You don't want to record. You don't want to go out on the road, or those type of things. It's a choose ye this day what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? But if you're talking about what can you use, I think we could practice. I mean, it's a couple of songs that we got on YouTube, even from him too, that we undone. We could play them right now, and y'all can listen, y'all can hear the discipline in the songs. There's a lot of songs that we done that you can type it in on YouTube, it'll come on right now. And we can sit right here and listen to it, and then when it's over, we can tell y'all the approach.
So basically, see, you were young like 15 years ago, and it's for you too, Kevin, because you say you never had drums in your house. Y'all just basically listen to the trap over and over, try to keep it in your mind.
Yep, and then when I got to the drums,
just apply just like that.
Tried to the best of my ability.
And I mean, everybody is different. What you saying over there? Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. What you saying over there? You talking about like 12 songs and all that, trying to remember. And what Gene was saying is true. I've done a concert at Pleasant Grove so many years ago. When Eddie Drum, I do 30 songs in church, a concert, 30 songs.
You was a house drummer?
Yeah. Eddie was out of town. I played. It was 30 songs. It was a weekend. But all the 30 songs was on Sunday. What? Yeah. And I knew all the songs. See, the thing about it is, like I said, everybody is different. It's I don't like using that word shit, but it's not a slight against people. Some people retainment are different. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that. When I prepare for sessions, I block everything out. You know what I'm saying? No hanging out with the little homies. They can send me a big homie. No watching TV. No on the phone. No texting. Well, I never grew up playing video games. Maybe some of y'all do. Well, no video games. You know what I'm saying? What he was talking about is true. Muscle memory. Then that's why I asked you earlier, so what is really going on? Not saying you have personal issues and they're negative, but what's going on to keep you from not retaining? It wasn't really a question like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't need an answer. It wasn't really an answer. Yeah, so those are certain things I could give you advice for. If you're doing a concert at your church or something's coming up and they give you 14 songs, you know what I'm saying? And say you work a job, a regular 9 to 5. You got to find a way how to do that. And then you can pray. Definitely.
Just that bass and drum thing.
Okay.
I have a question. At one point, I see you switch back to the hi-hat and the snare when you were just playing soft. I see you were doing a lot of ghost notes, right? But my question is, what can we do to be able to have proper control of ghost notes, or what exercise can we do to get better at that?
Well, practicing your double soft. The snare all around the kit. Because ghost notes are just notes soft that you cannot hear.
Right.
And it's just, you know what I'm saying? Just work from slow to fast. And be soft. I think that's how I would approach it. You know what I'm saying? Just because basically your ghost notes come from your left hand, so if you want to, you can make your own stuff to kind of just gain. You know what I'm saying? Gain whatever you want to do.
What type of technique do you use?
Technique?
Yeah.
My technique. Whatever fits for me. You know what I'm saying? I can't really tell you guys like I use the molar technique because I don't use that. You know what I'm saying? That's not something I use. Or Jim Chapin. Whoever wants to know who made the molar technique and wants to do research, Jim Chapin was the guy who came up with the molar technique. Basically to work on your bounce and your control on fingers. Everybody isn't like that. Some people, like my uncle, he holds a stick like this. He puts the stick in between his hand, and that's how between his fingers, and that's how he gains his control. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, everybody. What up, bro? It's good to see you. It's been a minute, man. It's been a minute. So sometimes some people hold it like this. I mean, my own thing. I have my own thing, so it's just like you guys gotta, just spend that intimate time with yourself and kind of just, practice whatever you do, because what I do might not work for you. So if I was to tell you only thing I can tell you is whatever you do, make sure it works for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I've done to practice like my ghost notes or something like that. So, everybody's different. Everybody has their own, especially like shouting music, everybody has their own hump. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has their own feel. So it's just like, my feel is different from Dev's feel. My feel is different from Daquan's feel. Whoever plays, you have your own thing. And shouting music has become that, where it's a signature, where people know who's playing because of certain things they do during shouting music. You know what I'm saying? And that's within everything. Like, if somebody plays, a straight groove or a slow ballad, there's a certain thing, just like I told you, like Calvin, most of his songs, the trademark is him starting off with an 8-inch tom. You know what I'm saying? Some people have their own thing. Like Mike Reed, he has this flam that he does, like, it's Mike Reed playing. Or, he does like a cymbal swell in a certain song. We're like, hey, that's Mike Reed. You know what I'm saying? So everybody has their own thing. So I would practice that if you want to gain control. If you want to gain control, anything, I will say this, if you want to gain control over anything, play soft. Play it soft. Practice it soft and still have the same intensity as you would have if you were playing it hard. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I gained. I mean, I used to, break, what's crazy? I like breakdowns on shout music is my favorite part because you get to sneak certain stuff in, like especially like snare stuff. You know what I'm saying? So if the preacher is like trying to talk and like the music comes down and it's just bass, like play that line again. get like control. So when I play hard, it's perfect. So. Oh really? But that's basically what I do. So in just in case y'all want to learn, like just practice things soft, and then you got practice it hard. You know what I'm saying? So when you do it, it's easy to do. So that's no problem. To play soft, I love playing soft honestly because I practice it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's easy. Like I can still be the same way. You can still feel it soft. Is like pause. For anybody, you know what I'm saying? I know a bunch of minds are going like left, but you know what I'm saying? But that's like you see how that feel like I'm gonna show y'all. Play that, yeah. Just keep it straight. Just play it straight. I'm gonna show y'all how it gets better and better as you go. You know what I'm saying? The same way. You just Emmett's nice, son. You see that whole control still playing soft? You know what I'm saying? Like still have that same intensity as if you was playing hard. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like he keeps that going. It gets better and better and better as it goes on. You know, it's like a loop. It's like a steady loop, a hard loop. You playing that joint and it's still going. Like Big June is actually like one of the kings, like all those shuffles, like kind of like keeping it like just dancing at all times. Like just that whole, just keeping it moving. So it's like that in between the bass player and the drummer, especially like those breakdowns. You know what I'm saying? It's just like them breakdowns is really. Give it up for Big June. Big June is here. The honorees. Kevin Williams, dog. Gene, big bro Gene. What's good, big bro?
I never heard of him.
Don't say I never heard of him. But you know what I'm saying? Like that's just that feel is just like that bass and drum combo. Like you gotta have that. You know what I'm saying? And game, that's how you gain practice and stuff slow. Gaining that control.
It's for a minute, like I felt like you was doing like a little bit of jazz.
I mean, jazz. I wouldn't say jazz is more of a. It's a ghost note thing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
I admit it. At the beginning, he was doing something like that.
Yeah. So it's just that. That's what really. It's accents, placements of accents. that will kind of keep it moving. So if the track keeps going, like what? Let me show you. Even just like the James Brown, like when James Brown, like that stuff came on, they wasn't playing hard. You know what I'm saying? They was just playing, play like a James Groove. A little slower. Right here. Drummer just came in. Right here the whole time. Every time James Brown said the one, he hit that one. That's the whole time. James Brown, Clive Stubblefield didn't really have all the ghost notes, so it would be like, play the groove again, it would be like this. Straight snare. He'll probably do like a snare shuffle. That same intensity, the same feel, and be soft at the same time. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you don't always have to be. You don't always have to be powerful. You know what I'm saying? So you can still be effective and soft. You know, whatever applies to your playing. If you're not a hard player, then you know what I'm saying, just kind of adapt. Some people want you to play hard, some people don't want you to play hard, but be able to adapt to whatever somebody asks for. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically that.
So do you think more of the finger controls give you?
Nah, I mean it's more wrist. It's more wrist than finger. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody doesn't use their fingers. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean if you do like, you know, stuff like that, but I don't think you're using your fingers. It's more control. I don't know who goes there and figure out if they're using their finger or not. I mean, it works for certain people. Not me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, play that like even grooves like that. Keep on. That's your one? One. That's your one?
Yeah. You gotta listen, Dom.
Like feel the pulse before you usually.
set up the part.
Kind of had that same feel you had just a minute ago. Yeah. I got you. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. attention. You know what I'm saying? Y'all like, y'all using your ears. You're like, yo, what is he doing? I'm trying to listen. That's how I use Cedric Mitchell as someone who does stuff like that. Like Cedric Mitchell is one of the guys who will play soft and make you pay attention. Like I think he did like an organ solo. Why you so?
Why is he going?
What? Like he did something at a funeral. He did like an organ solo, and he started like on 0, but you can hear it because it was so present. You know what I'm saying? Like you can still be present and be low at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And everybody was kind of like, you know what I'm saying? They were engaged because he had so much control at a low value. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically how you gain control. Any other questions before? Because you look like your mouth always look like you want to say something. Like